Assalomu alaykum ingliz tilini yangi o'rganayotgan bolajonlar yoki ingliz tilini endi boshlagan katta yoshdagi kishilar. Biz bu darslarimizni ingliz tilini oson va tushunarli tarzda o'rganishlik uchun, o'rgatishlik uchun boshlayapmiz. Inshaalloh kelajakda sizlarga manfaatli bo'ladi degan umiddamiz. Demak, bugungi kitobimiz Riki, Tiki, degan bizda kitob, ya'ni Mangus haqidagi multfilmlarimiz bor. Xuddi o'sha multfilmni endi kitob shaklidagisini ingliz tilida o'qiymiz. Bu ertak hikoya shaklida yozilgan kitob bo'lib, yangi aslida hikoya bo'lib, yangi ingliz tilini o'rganayotganlar uchun juda ham yaxshi foyda beradi deya olamiz. Xo'p, bo'lmasa unda boshladik. Darsimiz qanaqa qilib o'tiladi? Birinchi men ingliz kishi, ya'ni haqiqiy ingliz tilida suhbatlashuvchi kishini men o'qiganini qo'yib beraman bir betni va undan keyin sizlarga tarjima qilib beraman. Sizlar ko'zingizni o'sha harflardan uzmasdan qarab turib, o'qilishi qanday bo'layotganligi va tarjimasiga shunchaki e'tibor berib ketsangiz bas. Men ingliz tilini boshlaganimga 4 yil taxminan bo'lgan bo'lsa, kitob o'qib tarjima qilishlik ingliz tilini o'rganishdagi eng yaxshi usullardan biri ekanligiga amin bo'ldim. Unda boshladik. Bismillah.
Riki Tiki Tavi is a mongoose. It is a small animal that lives in India. He has a long body, short legs, and sharp teeth. He lives with his parents in a little home under the ground. One day, heavy rain comes.
Riki Tiki Tavi is a mongoose. Riki Tiki Tavi, mongoose, mongoose yani. It is a small animal that lives in India. Bu Hindistonda yashovchi kichkina hayvondir. He has a long body, short legs and sharp teeth. Unda uzun tanasi va qisqa oyoqlari va o'tkir tishlari bor. Tishi bor desak ham bo'ladi. He lives with his parents in a little home under the ground. U o'zining ota-onasi bilan yer ostidagi kichkina uyda yashaydi. One day, heavy rain comes. Bir kuni kuchli yomg'ir keldi. Comes hozirgi zamonda kelyapti, lekin keldi deb tarjima qilamiz. Yaxshi, ishlamasdan qoldi, hech qisi yo'q, o'zimiz o'qib beramiz. The water washes Riki Tiki Tavi out of his home and carries him to side of the road. He lies there and doesn't move. A little boy and his mother walk by. The boy sees Riki Tiki Tavi. Look, a dead mongoose, he says. Suv uni yuvib ketdi. Riki Tiki Tavi'ni uning uyidan yuvib ketdi. And carries him to the side of the road. Va uni yo'l bo'ylab olib ketdi. Ya'ni uyidan uni yuvib, yo'l bo'ylab olib ketdi. Birinchi so'zimiz. He lies there and doesn't move. U o'sha yo'l bo'yida yotyapti va qimirlamayapti. A little boy and his mother walk by. Shunda kichkina bola va uning onasi o'sha joyning oldidan o'tishdi. The boy sees Riki Tiki Tavi. Bola Riki Tiki Tavini ko'rdi. Look, a dead mongoose, he says. Qarang yani, o'lgan mongoose. Bola dedi. Maybe he isn't dead, his mother says. Let's take him home, Teddy. They take Riki Tiki Tavi to their house. There, a big man holds him close to the fire. When Riki Tiki Tavi is warm, he feels better. Xo'sh, endi tarjimasini o'qiyman. Maybe he isn't dead. Balki u o'lmagandir, his mother says. Let's take him home, Teddy. Kel, uni uyga olib ketamiz, Teddy dedi. They take Riki Tiki Tavi to their house. Ular Riki Tiki Tavini uylariga olib ketdilar. They are big men. There a big man holds him close to the fire. U yerda katta kishi uni olovga yaqin qilib ushlab turdi. When Riki Tiki Tavi is warm, he feels better. Qachonki Riki Tiki Tavi isiganida, u o'zini yaxshi his qildi. He runs across the table and climbs up to Teddy's shoulder. Don't be afraid, the boy's father says. He wants to be friends with you. Let's give him something to eat. They give Riki Tiki Tavi some meat. He likes it a lot. Then tarjimasini ko'ramiz. He runs across the table and climbs up to Teddy's shoulder. U stol atrofida aylanardi va Teddyning yelkasiga chiqardi. Don't be afraid, the boy's father says. Qo'rqma, dedi bolaning otasi. He wants to be friends with you. U sen bilan do'st bo'lishni xohlayapti. Let's give him something to eat. Kel, unga biron narsa beraylik. They give Riki Tiki Tavi some meat. Ular Riki Tiki Taviga biroz go'sht berishdi. He likes it a lot. U buni juda ham yaxshi ko'radi. Then he thinks. So'ngra u o'yladi. O'zini o'qib beraman. Then he thinks. This house is so big. There are many interesting things in it. I want to stay here and look around. He spends all day running through different rooms of the house. At night, he climbs into Teddy's bed. Then he thinks. So'ngra u o'yladi. This house is so big. There are many interesting things in it. I want to stay here and look around. Bu uy juda ham katta. U yerda juda ham ko'p qiziqarli narsalar bor. I want to stay here and look around. Men bu yerda turishlikni va atrofga qarashlikni xohlayman. He spends all day running through different rooms of the house. U kunni har xil xonalarda aylanishlik bilan o'tkazdi. At night, he climbs into Teddy's bed. Kechasi u Teddyning yotog'iga chiqdi desak ham bo'ladi. Early in the morning, Riki Tiki Tavi comes down to breakfast on the boy's shoulder. After breakfast, Riki Tiki goes out into the garden. He hears sad voice in the trees. He looks up and sees a pair of birds. It is Daisy and his wife. Early in the morning, erta tongda, Riki Tiki Tavi comes down to breakfast on the boy's shoulder. Riki Tiki Tavi bolaning yelkasida nonushtaga keldi. After breakfast, nonushtadan keyin Riki Tiki goes out into the garden. Riki Tiki bog'ga bordi. He heard sad voice in the trees. U g'amgin ovozni eshitdi daraxtlar orasidan. U daraxtlar orasidan g'amgin ovozni eshitdi. Trees deganini aslida trees deb yoziladi, o'qilishi ch qilib o'qiymiz. Trees bo'ladi. T bilan r birga kelsa ch qilib o'qiymiz. Tini. He looks up and sees a pair of birds. U oldinga qaradi va bir juft qushlarni ko'rdi. Pair juft bo'ladi. O'sha bir juft degani. It is Daisy and his wife. Bu Daisy va uning xotini. They are sitting in their beautiful nest and crying. Ular o'zlarining chiroyli inlarida o'tirishar va yig'lashyapti. O'tirishgan va yig'lashyapti. What happened? Riki asks. One of our babies fell out yesterday and Nag ate him, Daisy answers. What happened? Nima bo'ldi? Riki asks. Riki so'radi. One of our babies fell out yesterday and Nag ate him, Daisy answers. Bizlarning bolalarimizning biri kecha indan tushib ketdi. Yiqildi ya'ni. And Nag uni yedi, dedi Daisy javob berib. This is very sad, Riki says, but I don't know anyone here. Who is Nag? But the birds don't answer. Suddenly, Riki hears a scary sound. He turns around and sees a large black cobra. It is a Nag. Bu judayam g'amgin. This is very sad, Riki says. Riki dedi. But I don't know anyone here. Who is Nag? Lekin men bu yerda hech kimni tanimayman. Nag kim? But Nag kim? But the birds don't answer. Lekin qushlar javob berishmaydi. Suddenly, Riki hears a scary sound. To'satdan Riki qo'rqinchli ovozni eshitdi. He turns around and sees a large black cobra. U atrofga qaradi va katta, ya'ni ulkan bir kobrani ko'rdi. It is a Nag. Bu Nagdir. He raises his head and looks at Riki with his scary eyes. Who is Nag? He says. I am Nag. Look at me and be afraid. Riki is more interested than afraid. He's only seen dead cobras before. His mother brought them to him as food. He raises his head and looks at Riki with his scary eyes. U boshini ko'tardi va Riki-Tikiga qo'rqinchli ko'zi bilan qaradi. Who is Nag? He says. Nag kim deysanmi? Dedi ya'ni. I am Nag. Look at me and be afraid. Men Nagman. Menga qara va qo'rq. Riki is more interested than afraid. Riki qo'rqganidan ko'ra qiziqishi ko'proq qiziqdi. Qo'rqgandan ko'ra ko'proq qiziqdi. He has only seen dead cobras before. Demak, dead degani o'lgan degani o'lik.
Dead.
Dead deb o'qiymiz. He has only seen dead cobras before. U bundan avval faqatgina o'lgan kobralarni ko'rgan. His mother brought them to him as food. Uning onasi ularni unga ovqat sifatida olib kelardi. All mongoose fight and eat snakes. So Nag should be afraid of him too. Why do you eat 8 babies that fall out of their nests? Riki asks. If you ate eggs, why shouldn't I eat birds? Nag asks in return. A mongoose in his garden is bad news. All mongoose fight and ate snakes. Barcha manguslar urushishadi va ilonlarni yeyishadi. Demak, ilonlar bilan jang qilishadi va ularni yeyishadi. So Nag should be afraid of him too. Shunday qilib, Nag ham undan qo'rqishligi kerak. Why do you eat babies that fall out of their nests? Nimaga sen inidan tushib ketgan bolachalarni yeysan, ya'ni qushning bolalarini yeysan? Riki asks. Riki so'radi. If you ate eggs, why I shouldn't eat birds? Agar sen tuxumlarni yeysang, nimaga men qushlarni yemasligim kerak? Nag asks in return. Nag qaytarib so'radi. A mongoose in his garden is bad news. Uning o'sha hovlisidagi mangus bu yomon yangilikdir. Bad Neck also has a surprise for Riki Tiki. Turn around, there's a thing. Sings. Riki Tiki jumps into the air and sees Nagaina, Nak's wife. She wants to kill him. Riki Tiki comes down on her back and bites. But Nak also has a surprise for Riki Tiki. Lekin Nakda Riki Tiki uchun bir hayratlanarli narsa bor. Turn around, there's a things. Atrofga qara, deb Derzi kuyladi. Demak, qush Derzi. Riki Tiki jumps into the air and sees Nagaina, Nak's wife. Riki Tiki sakradi, osmonga qarab sakradi va Nagainani ko'rdi. U Nakning xotinidir. She wants to kill him. U uni o'ldirishni xohlaydi. Riki Tiki comes down on her back and bites. Riki Tiki uning orqasiga keldi va uni tishladi. But he isn't strong enough. Lekin u yetarli darajada kuchli emas. So he cannot kill her. Shunday qilib, u uni o'ldira olmadi. Riki Tiki lets Nagaina go. Riki Tiki Nagainaga ketishga ruxsat berdi. She disappears into the grass. U o'tlar orasiga yo'qoldi. I had you Derzi, Nak says and follows his wife. Men seni yomon ko'raman Derzi, Nak dedi va ayoli ya'ni xotiniga ergashdi. Riki Tiki returns to the house and sits down to think. Old books say that a snake's bite isn't dangerous for a mongoose. This isn't true. If the mongoose isn't quicker than the snake, he dies. Demak, tarjima qilamiz. Riki Tiki returns to the house and sits down to think. Riki Tiki uyga qaytdi va sits down to think va o'ylashlik uchun o'tirdi. Old books say that a snake's bite isn't dangerous for a mongoose. Eski kitoblarda deyiladiki, ilonning tishlagani mangusga zararli emas, qo'rqinchli emas. This isn't true. Bu to'g'ri emas. If the mongoose isn't quicker than a snake, he dies. Agarki mangus ilondan ko'ra chaqqon bo'lmasa, tez bo'lmasa, u o'ladi. Riki Tiki is very happy that he is young and fast. Riki Tiki o'zining tez bo'lganidan, u judayam tez bo'lganidan xursand bo'ldi. Teddy comes out of the house. Teddy uyning atrofida uyning tashqarisiga keldi. He sees Riki Tiki and wants to hold him in his arms. U Riki Tikini ko'rdi va uni qo'llarida ushlashlikni xohladi. But Riki Tiki hears a new dangerous voice. I will bite you. Lekin Riki Tiki hears a new dangerous voice. Lekin Riki Tiki yangi qo'rqinchli ovozni eshitdi. I will bite you. Men seni tishlayman. He turns around and sees Carrot, a small brown snake. U atrofga qaradi va Carrotni ko'rdi. Kichkina jigarrang ilon. It is more difficult to kill a small snake than a cobra. They are quicker and it is harder to see them. Riki Tiki jumps at the snake and misses. Teddy says. And tarjima qilamiz. It is more difficult to kill a small snake than a cobra. Kichkina ilonni o'ldirishlik kobrani o'ldirishlikdan ko'ra qiyinroq. They are quicker and it is harder to see them. Ular chaqqon tez. Shu sababdan ularni ko'rishlik qiyin. Riki jumps at the snake and misses. Riki ilonga sakradi va nishondan adashdi, ya'ni. Teddy says, Teddy dedi. Look, our mongoose is fighting a snake. His parents run out of the house. Riki jumps at the snake again. This time he bites Carrot. The snake dies. Riki wants to eat him. Look, endi tarjima qilamiz. Look, our mongoose is fighting a snake. Qarang, bizning mangus ilon bilan olishyapti. His parents ran out of the house. Uning ota-onasi uyning tashqarisiga yugurishdi. Riki jumps at the snake again. Riki ilonga yana tashlandi, sakradi. This time he bites Carrot. Bu safar u Carrotni tishladi. The snake dies. Ilon o'ldi. Riki wants to eat him. Riki uni yeyishlikni xohladi. Then he remembers that a full male makes a mongoose slow. He leaves the snake's body in the grass. Teddy's mother takes Riki into her arms. She thanks him for saving Teddy's life. Riki doesn't understand why she is so happy. To him, killing snakes is a natural part of life. At night, Riki takes a walk around the house again. He meets Chuchundra, the rat. Chuchundra is a sad, poor animal. Riki doesn't understand why she is so happy. Riki u, ya'ni bolaning onasi, nimaga xursandligini tushuna olmadi. To him, u uchun killing snakes is a natural part of life. Ilonlarni o'ldirish hayotning tabiiy bir qismidir. At night, kechasi, Riki takes a walk around the house again. Riki takes a walk around the house again. Uyning atrofida yana bir marta aylandi. He meets Chuchundra the rat. U Chuchundra ismli kalamushni uchratdi. Chuchundra is a sad, poor animal. Chuchundra g'amgin, bechora hayvon. He wants to run into the middle of the room, but he is so afraid, so he always stays next to the wall. Don't kill me, Chuchundra cries. I'm not a snake. I don't kill rats, Riki says. Like in the garden, don't be afraid. He wants to run to the middle of the room. U uyning o'rtasida yugurishlikni xohlaydi. But he is so afraid. Lekin u judayam qo'rqadi. So he always stays next to the wall. Shu sababli u har doim devorning yonida turadi. Don't kill me. Meni o'ldirma, Chuchundra cries. I'm not a snake. I don't kill rats, Riki says. Men ilon emasman. Men kalamushlarni o'ldirmayman, Riki dedi. Snake is in the garden. Don't be afraid. Snake bog'da, ya'ni tashqarida, hovlida. Qo'rqma. Snake is everywhere, Chuchundra answers. Do you know what my cousin told me? Cousin jiyan degani.
Cousin.
Cousin. Then Chuchundra stops and listens. Do you hear it? He asks. Riki also listens. He hears a very quiet sound. Snake is everywhere. Snake hamma joyda, Chuchundra answers. Do you know what my cousin told me? Mening amakivachcham menga nima deganini bilasanmi? The Chuchundra stops and listens. Chuchundra to'xtadi va eshitdi. Do you hear it? He asks. Sen buni eshityapsanmi? U so'radi. Riki Tiki also listens. Riki Tiki ham eshitdi. He hears a very quiet sound. U judayam past ovozni eshitdi. It is one of the cobras, he thinks. They want to get into the house through the bathroom. He goes into the bathroom. There is a little hole in the wall. He hears Nag and Nagaina's voice through it. It is one of the cobras. Bu kobralardan biri. He thinks. They want to get into the house through the bathroom. Ular hammom orqali uyga kirishmoqchi. He goes into the bathroom. U hammomga kirdi. There is a little hole in the wall. Bu yerda kichkina teshik bor edi. Devorda bu yerdagi devorda kichik bir teshik bor edi. He hears Nag and Nagaina's voice through it. U Nagni va Nagainaning ovozini bu orqali eshitdi. Do we need to kill the people? Nag asks. Of course, Nagaina answers. Albatta. Tarjimasini keyin o'qiymiz. We will have children soon. They will need a lot of space. When the people are dead, the mangoes will also go away. Do we need to kill the people? Nag asks. Biz insonlarni o'ldirishimiz kerakmi? Nag so'radi. Of course, Nagaina answers. Albatta, Nagaina javob berdi. We will have children soon. Bizda tez orada bolalar bo'ladi. They will need a lot of space. Ular katta joyga ehtiyoj sezadilar. When the people are dead, the mangoes will also go away. Qachonki insonlar o'lishsa, mangus ham yo'q bo'ladi, ketadi. Ya'ni uzoqqa ketadi, go away, boshqa joyga ketadi. We will have a quiet life again. Then Nag comes into the bathroom. Riki Tiki is very angry, but he doesn't move. The room is dark, and Nag cannot see him. I will lie here until the bagman comes in the morning, Nag tells Nagaina. We will have a quiet life again. Bizda yana qaytadan tinch hayot bo'ladi. Then Nag comes into the bathroom. So'ngra Nag hammomning ichiga keldi. Riki Tiki is very angry, but he doesn't move. Riki Tikining judayam jahli chiqdi, lekin u qimirlamadi. The room is dark, and Nag cannot see him. Xona judayam qorong'u va Nag uni ko'ra olmadi. I will lie here until their big man comes in the morning. Men bu yerda katta kishi kelgunicha yotaman. Nag tells Nagaina. Nag Nagainaga dedi. Then I will kill him. Nagaina doesn't answer. She has gone away, Riki Tiki thinks. He sits and waits for an hour. Then he starts moving closer to Nag. Nag is sleeping. Riki Tiki quickly jumps on his head. Then I will kill him. So'ngra men uni o'ldiraman. Nagaina doesn't answer. Nagaina javob bermadi. She has gone away, Riki Tiki thinks. U ketdi. Riki Tiki o'yladi. He sits and waits for an hour. U o'tirdi va 1 soat kutdi. Then he starts moving closer to Nag. So'ngra u Nagainaga yaqinlashishni boshladi. Nag is sleeping. Nag uxlayotgandi. Riki Tiki quickly jumps on his head. Riki Tiki tez uning boshiga sakradi. The snake wakes up and starts shaking his head. Riki Tiki closes his teeth and doesn't let go. Suddenly, he hears a man's voice and 2 loud sounds. Then Nag stops moving. Riki Tiki opens his eyes. Teddy's father is standing at the door. The snake walks up and starts shaking his head. Wakes up. Uzr. Demak, wake uyg'ondi bo'ladi. O'qilishi mana bunday.
Wake.
Wake bo'ladi. The snake wakes up and starts shaking his head. Ilon uyg'ondi va boshini silkitishni boshladi. Riki closes his teeth and doesn't let go. Riki tishlarini yopdi va ketishlikka qo'ymadi. Suddenly he hears a man's voice, two loud sounds. To'satdan u bir kishining ovozini va ikkita shovqinli ovozni eshitdi. Then Nick stops moving. So'ngra Nick qimirlashlikdan to'xtadi. Riki opens his eyes. Riki ko'zini ochdi. Teddy's father is standing at the door. Teddyning otasi eshikda turardi. He has a gun in his hand. He killed Nick with it. In the morning, Riki sees Nagaina in the garden. She cries over Nick's dead body. This terrible man killed my house, she says. I will bite his son today. He has a gun in his hand. Uning qo'lida qurol bor. He killed Nick with it. U Nickni bu bilan o'ldirdi. In the morning, tongda, Riki says Nagaina in the garden. Riki Nagainani demak hovlida ko'rdi. She cries over Nick's dead body. U Nickning o'lik tanasi oldida yig'lardi. This terrible man killed my house, she says. Bu yaramas odam meni erimni o'ldirdi. U dedi. I will bite his son today. Men uni o'g'lini bugun tishlayman dedi. Riki thinks about what to do. He needs to kill Nagaina's children first. If they come out of their eggs today, I will have a lot of problems. Riki goes to the tree. Where does Nagaina keep her eggs? He asks Daisy. Riki thinks about what to do. Riki nima qilishlik haqida o'yladi. He needs to kill Nagaina's children first. U Nagainaning bolalarini birinchi o'ldirishligi kerak. If they came out of their eggs today, agarki ular bugun tuxumlaridan chiqishsa, he will have a lot of problems. Unda judayam ko'p muammolar bo'ladi. Riki goes to the tree. Riki daraxtga bordi. Where does Nagaina keep her eggs? Nagaina tuxumlarini qayerda saqlaydi? He asks Daisy. U Daisydan so'radi. In the vegetable garden, at the end of the wall, the bird answers. Vegetable demak poliz ekinlari ekiladigan joyda, at the end of the wall, devorning oxirida, the bird answers. Qush javob berdi. Riki runs into the vegetable garden. Riki sabzavotlar ekilgan joyga bordi. He finds 25 little white eggs. He breaks them one by one. Soon, only one egg is left. Tarjima qilamiz. Riki runs into the vegetable garden. Riki sabzavotlar ekiniga bordi, ekiladigan joyga bordi. He finds 25 little white eggs. U 25 ta kichkina oq tuxumlarni topdi. He breaks them one by one. U ularni bittama bitta sindirdi. Soon, only one egg is left. Oxirida faqatgina bitta tuxum qoldi. Then he hears Darcy's voice. So'ngra u Darcy'ning ovozini eshitdi. Riki Nagaina in the house. She wants to kill Teddy. Teddy and his parents are sitting around the table. They are not moving. Their faces are white. They are very scared. Then he hears Darcy's voice. So'ngra u Darcy'ning ovozini eshitdi. Riki Nagaina is in the house. Riki Nagaina uyda. She wants to kill Teddy. U Teddyni o'ldirishlikni xohlaydi. Teddy and his parents are sitting around the table. Teddy va uning ota-onasi stolning atrofida o'tirishibdi. They are not moving. Ular qimirlashmayapti. Their faces are white. Ularning yuzlari oq edi. They are very scared. Ular judayam qo'rqishayotgandi. Nagaina is lying next to Teddy's leg. Nagaina Teddyning oyoqlariga yotdi. Oyoqlaridan oldiroqga yotdi. She's ready to bite him. U uni tishlashlik uchun tayyor. O'qib beraman. Nagaina is lying next to Teddy's leg. She is ready to bite him. Riki comes into the house. He is holding Nagaina's last egg in his mouth. Look at this, Nagaina, he says. This is your last egg. Come and take it. Nagaina turns around. Nagaina is lying next to Teddy's leg. Nagaina Tedning oyog'idan sal narida yotardi. She is ready to bite him. U uni tishlashlikka tayyor. Riki comes into the house. Riki uyga keldi. He is holding Nagaina's last egg in his mouth. U Nagainaning oxirgi tuxumini og'zida ushlab turardi. Look at this, Nagaina, he says. Bunga qara, Nagaina. This is your last egg. Come and take it. Bu sening oxirgi tuxuming. Kel va uni ol. Nagaina turns around. Nagaina atrofga qaradi. At that moment, Teddy's father takes his son by the hand. They run to the other side of the room. Give me the egg. Then I will go away and never come back, the snake says. At that moment, Teddy's father takes his son by the hand. O'sha payti Teddyning otasi uni qo'lidan ushlab atrofga tortdi. Qo'lidan oldi. They run off to the other side of the room. They run to the other side of the room. Ular uyning boshqa tomoniga, xonaning boshqa tomoniga qochishdi, yugurishdi. Give me the egg. Menga tuxumni ber. Then I will go away and never come back. So'ngra men bu yerdan ketaman va hech qachon qaytmayman. The snake says. Ilon dedi. Of course you will not come back, Riki answers, because you will die. Then they fight. Riki dances around Nagaina. He doesn't let her bite him, but he forgets about the egg. It lies on the floor. Of course, you will not come back. Albatta, sen ortga qaytmaysan. Riki answers. Riki javob berdi. Because you will be dead. Chunki sen o'lgan bo'lasan. Then they fight. So'ngra ular urushishdi. Riki dances around the Nagaina. Riki Nagainaning atrofida o'ynadi. He doesn't let her bite. U unga o'zini tishlatishlikka qo'ymadi. But he forgets about the egg. Lekin u tuxum haqida unutdi. It lies on the floor. U ya'ni polda yotardi. Nagaina takes it and runs away. Nagayna uni oldi. Tarjima emas, oldin o'qib beraman. Nagayna takes it and runs away. She hides in the hole under the ground. Riki Tiki follows her. Then everything is quiet for some time. Poor Riki Tiki, Teddy's father cries. I am sure that Nagaina will kill him there. Nagaina takes it and runs away. Nagaina uni oldi va qochdi. Boshqa joyga, tashqariga qarab qochdi. She hides in her hole under the ground. U yer ostidagi teshikda yashirindi. Teshikka yashirindi. Riki Tiki follows her. Riki Tiki unga ergashdi. Then everything is quiet for some time. So'ngra hamma narsa bir muddat jim bo'lib qoldi. Poor Riki Tiki. Bechora Riki Tiki. Teddy's father cries. Teddyning otasi yig'ladi. I am sure that Nagaina will kill him there. Nagaina uni u yerda o'ldiradi. Mening ishonchim komil, dedi. But then he says Riki Tiki. Lekin so'ng u Riki Tikini ko'rdi. He comes out of the hole. U teshikdan chiqdi. He is dirty and tired, but he is not dead. U kir va charchagan, lekin u tirik edi. But he is not dead. Lekin u o'lmagan. She will never come out again, he says. Then he has a big meal and goes to sleep. He had a difficult day. She will never come out again, he says. U hech qachon bu teshikdan chiqmaydi, u dedi. Then he has a big meal and goes to sleep. So'ngra u ko'p ovqat yedi va uxlash uchun ketdi. He had a difficult day. Unda qiyin kun bo'ldi. Teddy and his parents are so happy that they start crying. They thank Riki Tiki. He saved Teddy and he saved us, Teddy's mother says. And I can do it again, Riki Tiki thinks. And so he stays with the family. Teddy and his parents are so happy that they start crying. Teddy va uning ota-onasi judayam xursand bo'lishdiki, hattoki yig'lashdi. They thank Riki Tiki. Ular Riki Tikiga rahmat aytishdi. He saved Teddy. U Teddyni saqlab qoldi. And he saved us. He saved Teddy. U Teddyni saqlab qoldi. And he saved us. U bizni ham saqlab qoldi. Teddy's mother says. Teddyning onasi shunday dedi. And I can do it again, Riki Tiki thinks. Va men buni yana qila olaman, Riki Tiki o'yladi. And so he stays with the family. Shunday qilib, u oila bilan birga turib qoldi. He keeps their garden well, and no cobras ever visit them. U ularning hovlisini, he keeps their garden. U ularning hovlisini saqlaydi. And no cobra comes ever visit them. Shundan so'ngra hech qachon bironta kobra ularnikiga tashrif buyurmadi. Shunday qilib kitobimiz tugadi. Barchangizga manfaatli bo'ladi degan umiddaman. Assalomu alaykum va rahmatullohi va barakatuh.